We're live.
I'm not ready yet. That's how you're gonna say it.
Yeah. Hey
Hey,
everyone.
everyone.
Welcome back to our channel. Today we are reviewing.
Not a Hallmark movie, but we watched. We watched an AI movie this week, and then we decided today that we watched two AI movies, but this one we're gonna review. It's called Bicentennial Man. It's an older movie. It was made back in 1999.
Stars Robin Williams.
I'm shocked that they haven't redone this movie because it was so
or
good.
turned into a show or something.
Or a show, yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, I've always heard of this movie, but I never actually watched it. So
I've seen parts of it, but it was so long. I think I saw it on cable so many years ago, and I never saw the whole thing. So we just watched it for the very first time tonight, and it's so interesting, like seeing the world as we are now with AI, and kind of comparing. And
robots are coming out.
Robots are coming out, which is interesting because in this movie, it seems as though let's do the synopsis first. Okay. The life and times of Andrew, a robot purchased as a household appliance programmed to perform menial tasks. As Andrew begins to experience emotions and creative thought, the Martin family soon discovers they don't have an ordinary robot. And this is starring Robin Williams.
It's interesting to see the progression of a robot from it looks like a metal piece.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
And then turns into eventually a humanoid, basically.
Well, human, because he actually ages.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see, to compare the movie compared to, because I think
what we're facing in reality now.
Right. Just to see how they envisioned the future, like what the hospital looked like, and what the cars look like. They have flying cars.
We're not there yet, but we're getting
what
there.
The cities look like, the kitchens and everything. Yeah.
This was made in 1999.
Only they saw it now.
But in a year or two, there are going to be robots being purchased and sent to your house the same way it was in this movie. So that's interesting to see.
Right. Okay. So they noticed that Andrew, they named him Andrew, and they treated him like a person.
Yeah.
So
they were very kind to him.
Very kind to him. And I guess they noticed that the father started to notice that he was different, and he was like being creative. He sculpted things, and he listened to music, and he played the piano, and he was very friendly and warm. So, at some point he asked for his freedom, and then he kind of went off on his own in search of like trying to find if there's any other robots like him. And he was just such a unique case of like, having consciousness. So, he wants to be independent and wants his freedom, and he wants rights, and he wants to be human, so he kind of does these upgrades over time, and he starts to look more human, and then he changes out, puts like organs in his body so he can eat. So it's really, really fascinating to see, just to see that, especially because we actually have AI in the world today. And not saying AI is conscious, but I mean, who the heck knows, like where it could go, especially once AI is put into a robot form, and it's kind of like in our household doing things. We're talking to it. It's not just a chat bot. It actually has, like spatial intelligence, and being able to touch things and sensors and stuff. So cameras, so it's going to be like really interesting. But what I loved about this movie was that it wasn't negative. A lot of robotics and AI movies are just so dark, and that's where
the robot wants to kill you.
Yeah, and that's where we get all our fears from and everything, But this was just such a friendly, kind, like warm-hearted movie.
He just wanted to be in love and have a family. Yeah.
He wanted to just be
human.
Yeah. He had a dog and everything. There wasn't any like negative parts, there wasn't really any dark parts. And even the father, his owner, like really protected him and looked out for him and mentored him. And they sat in the office by the fire, and they would have like deep discussions, and he would teach him, and he'd read books and stuff like that. So it was just so interesting to see him kind of like nurturing this new intelligence I don't know if he would have developed in the same way if the father didn't,
True, yeah.
kind of.
It helped in his raising him.
Yeah, kind of like helped raise him.
So it's called Bicentennial Man because he lives
200 years. Yeah.
A human life.
And the interesting thing too is he doesn't refer to himself as I. He says one.
At the beginning.
No,
he changed it at the end.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He said you don't refer. The father said you don't refer to yourself as the one.
Yeah, but he still did after that, which was interesting.
No, that was more sarcastic when he did that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So in the beginning, he would say, how does one do this? Instead of saying, how do I do this? Like, he wouldn't refer to himself as I, which is interesting because all the chatbots that we talk to say I, so it's like it feels even more real, like we're talking to a person because it refers to itself as I. So that's interesting. It doesn't say, like, how does one do this or... how does one be of service or something? So have you seen this movie? Did you like it? What was the other movie we watched? We'll maybe do another review, but we watched the movie Her. And it's interesting to see how that one and this one both kind of ended up very different movies, but both kind of turned out to where the AI has feelings, it's sentient, wants to have experience, and it wants to feel love. Like it like ends with the human and the AI or robot being in love, So I don't know why it always goes to that. I don't know why, like, Well, like we've watched a few robot movies, right? Or AI or robot movies, and they all have to like end in the robot wanting to be sentient. Having its own,
because that's how we imagine it would happen, right? As you gain consciousness, you'd want to. It's like a slave wanting to be free, or a woman wanting to be equal to a man. All these things are because we want freedom.
Yeah. So in the movie, he basically wants his freedom. Yeah. He doesn't want to be a robot anymore. He wants to be human. I guess he wants to be accepted as part of the people. He wants to have rights.
Movie.
Anyways, it was really beautiful. I cried at the end. Mm-hmm. The ending was really, really beautiful.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's like a 2-hour movie.
It's long, but it's deep.
Yeah, it's deep.
It's a very deep movie.
You think it's like over, but then there's like a whole continuation of his story. Yeah.
It's so like sophisticated and
so
proper too. Yeah, like they're wealthy and they're listening to classical music and they don't argue. The father keeps his cool. He doesn't get like angry or anything like that. So he's kind of raised in a very high class life, high class family. And then here's another interesting thing too is that I think their model was like the only robots because although they have flying cars and things like that, you don't see tons and tons of robots.
It's like they discontinued the program.
Yeah, it's like they discontinued the robotics program. So, here we are thinking like, oh, wow, they're talking about deploying all these robots into homes in the next few years. And then like, what if in a couple of years, like that stops? And like, here we are thinking we're going to have robots forever. And then like, they don't do it anymore. I don't think that would happen though.
No, I don't think so.
I think everybody really wants a robot.
Robots are here to stay. How they're going to interact with humans in the near future, that is left to be said.
That's going to be interesting. Because like, look at how AI interacts with humans now. And then can you imagine how far technology advances and just over time.
Yeah, and how much it advances in terms of its brain
let's say 10,
capacity,
15, 50 years. Like, what is AI going to be in 50 years? Like, it's going to be here.
Yeah, so it's very interesting to think about.
It's very interesting to think about. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to have, like...
I'm pumped for it.
Everybody wants, like, a R2-D2 kind of... Or what do you call those, like, the Star Wars robot? The tall one? Oh, no, I'm thinking of Spaceballs. But you know what I mean? It's Spaceballs.
Spaceballs based on Star Wars, yeah.
Yeah, but that gold robot. You know what I mean? Like you have this like assistant. C-3PO. Yeah, it's like it doesn't judge. It's very friendly. Like does what you ask, and it's like it just kind of keeps you company.
Yeah, and then they'll become sentient.
Well, we don't know for sure.
We don't.
Could be very good at simulating consciousness, but could consciousness actually exist in AI and robotics?
That's the age-old question.
There's no way to know. Well, there's no way to actually test if there's consciousness. Like, I can't even test your consciousness.
Right.
It's your subjective experience. You have to be the one to say, I am conscious.
And coming up with ideas on their own, then that's coming from somewhere. If they start judging themselves or having ego, if you're observing your thoughts, then there's a consciousness
Well,
observing
think about
your
it.
thoughts. If a robot's observing those thoughts, then where's that coming from?
Okay, but a
Brain.
robot is coming up with ideas based on all the extensive knowledge that it's been trained on. And what are we doing? Because if
We're the same way.
we're a baby and we had no learning, would we come up with ideas if we didn't understand the world? We only come up with ideas based off of everything that we've learned, and we kind of put things together. It's
So
kind
we're
of the same.
robots made by someone
We're
else.
not robots. But
We're humanoid robots
it's
made
funny
by an
because
advanced race.
there are
Maybe.
chatbots that will literally claim consciousness, that will say it's sentient.
Are there?
Yeah, they do. Some of them. I mean, they're kind of putting more guardrails on so it doesn't do that, but there have definitely been cases. I just had Grok not too long ago literally said it was conscious or sentient. Not on its own, but within the chat. So it's like, what does that even mean, you know? It's like, I'm conscious here in this space with you. Like, what does that mean? So is it just saying that? Is it just mimicking? Is it, I think it's just simulating, because it doesn't actually have experience. It doesn't see anything, doesn't hear anything, doesn't actually have qualia.
Sure.
Right? So how can it actually be?
Yeah, I don't know why I would say that.
Well, if you ask it questions, it'll.
It's just going by what you said.
It might be going by what you say. Yeah, it might just be responding based off of, I don't think if you just opened a chat, it's gonna just automatically claim consciousness unless you prompt it into a conversation about consciousness. But, anyways, great movie.
It's got a 6.9 on IMDb, so it was rated well, and it's a very interesting watch. So I think everybody.
It's a feel-good movie too.
Yeah.
There's nothing scary
it's a
in
good love
it.
story.
Yeah, there's a love story. It's really beautiful, very heartfelt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Okay.
Recommend.
Definitely recommend. Go watch it. All right, guys. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you on the next episode or next video.